who is the whore in Revelation, the 17th chapter, in the first verse. And the whore is mentioned other times in the book of Revelation. Anyway, this is, I'm going to put this up raw. And this is based on, if you watch the live that we did yesterday, when we were speaking about, speaking about Barak of the HODC, that he did a breakdown. And you can go to his page, HODC or HODC camps or whatever. And there's a video where he breaks down Revelation, the 12th chapter. So I did a couple of videos on it. And Saturday we just, mention his name and HODC, that they broke down the Revelation, the 12th chapter, completely wrong. But in the breakdown, almost at the end of the video, it's like a 2-hour and change video, he reads, I believe somewhere in Revelation 17:16, who was mentioned a number of times. And you could do a word search on the word whore, WHORE, and it'll give you all those precepts, those verses where it mentions the whore, which we teach, and it was taught at the main school at 1 West, that the whore is definitely America. And so what Barak said, or Elder Barak said, that first of all, he botched the Revelation 12. He botched it. He destroyed it. He broke it down completely wrong. That's not the way we break it down. We break it down the right way. And that's not the way 1 West back in the day broke it down. A high priest Ariah, he would be like the head interpreter of the prophecies, excuse me. So, it's obvious that he hadn't gone through it in a while. That's why you got to keep going back to the basics. You got to keep going back to the basics, especially the breakdowns. The rest of the prophecies, the prophetic part of the scriptures, I mean, you can read Psalms and Proverbs and Ecclesiastes and Ecclesiasticus and the Apocrypha, which are the writings. You can read the law, which is pretty much self-explanatory. But then you have these scriptures or chapters that you have to actually interpret. And if you don't go over it and over it and over it, you lose it. Pursuant to Matthew, the 13th chapter, you can start at the 11th verse, read down 12, maybe the 13th verse. And I'm saying, paraphrase that, basically, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. And you got to keep going, mainly through these breakdowns, through these interpretations of these prophetic scriptures, because they're written in a way as to the average person that reads the book will not understand it. So he definitely broke that down completely wrong by saying, he said that the 10 horns represent 10 antichrists, and they're going to take a piece of the planet. You take a map of the world, and it's going to be cut up into 10 regions, and then you have an antichrist for each region. Then he said, he had mentioned Daniel, the 2nd chapter. No, not Daniel, 2nd chapter. He mentioned Nebuchadnezzar building up this statue that you had to bow down to, and they said they're going to do that again. He also said when Barack Obama was in office, he said Barack Obama was an antichrist. Barack Obama is an afterthought, okay? Then he said in another video he has back, he said that Donald J. Trump will make a statue of himself, and then we will have to bow down to the statue of Donald J. Trump. Donald J. Trump is out of office. So this guy is definitely going off on the scriptures. You know, I hope Sakari is listening so they can chime in, because the Sakari, I believe they teach, I haven't seen a video on them exclusively going into Revelation the 12th chapter. You know, there's a lot of camps out there. They'll bring out precepts, which is nothing wrong with that. But some of these different camps, I'm not pointing the finger to any particular camp because I don't know what their thought is on these breakdowns or these interpretations. But we know that you got guys teaching that Edomites can make it. You got guys teaching that the earth is flat. What else? You got so many. You can put it in the comment board. You got guys that watch these videos on YouTube when we came on the scene, that watched the videos and kind of made up their own. Based upon the videos, they put fringes on their garment, and they got a 12 tribe sign, and a lot of them don't even understand the breakdown of the 12 tribe sign. And then you got some of them that don't even deal with the 12 tribe sign, or like Fopi, they don't believe that the so-called Latin tribes are Israel. Look, I was brought up with the Latin tribes. They Israel. They are definitely Israel. Anyway, it said here, I went to Google, I put in Revelation 17:1, then I put in Whore of Babylon. Whore of Babylon took me to Wikipedia. So it says here, as you can see, Whore of Babylon, it says Babylon the Great, commonly known as the Whore of Babylon, refers to both a symbolic female figure and place of evil mentioned in the book of Revelation. A place of evil, all right, in the Bible. Revelation in the Bible, her full title is stated in Revelation 17 verse 5 as Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots or prostitutes, an abomination of the earth. And that's not the Roman Catholic Church. The Whore of Babylon is not the Roman Catholic Church. Which you have some of these biblical, scholarly type people that say that. Anyway, let me kind of jump down. What I did, I went to word find, and I just put in America, and it took me, matter of fact, before I read that, I'm looking at the table of contents. It says passages from Revelation, symbolism, and then it says preterist interpretations. That's 3:1. It says Rome and the Roman Empire. 3:2. It says Jerusalem or Jerusalem. So let me go down to that. Keep in mind Hebrews 5 verse 12 on down. You need that someone teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of the Most High. So you got a lot of guys out there winging it, and Barak or Elder Barak, you basically you winged it. You know, you didn't proofread it. And there was certain times where you kind of had to stop and think. You know, it's a terrible thing to just open up the book, unless you know it, unless you've been through it. Like Revelation, when I did the breakdown on Back to the Basics, and I highly suggest that you watch the video. Back to the basics, Revelation 12, the 12th chapter. Before I did it, I mean, I know it well because I went through it many a times and I know it well, but you know what I did? I proofread it. I read it to myself before I did the video. And after I proofread it, I put the camera on and I did the video on it. And when you proofread things, you have other precepts come to mind. So you said, okay, let me put this up as a precept because that came to mind, because I may forget it when I'm doing the actual video. And another thing, these Christians, they're clueless. The Lord's not dealing with any of these Christians. We're finding that out. The more you do, the more you study this book, and the more you study these Christian organizations, you find out that they don't have it at all. They don't have the gospel. They're just faking it. They're winging it. Now you have a few Christian groups that teach that Babylon the Great or the whore is America. But for the most part, they don't teach that. Anyway, it says preterist interpretations. So now, if you look up the word preterist, a preterist, I'll go to the second definition on this page, which is the Merriam-Webster. A preterist is one who holds that the prophecies in the Bible about the end times have already been fulfilled. Let me read the top. And you have to read these particular terms that Esau uses, so when you confront them and they use that term, you understand what they're saying. If they're using the word eschatology or hermeneutics, I always say that. A preterist. And eschatology means the end of all things. That you have some of them that believe that all the prophetic scriptures already took place as of 70 AD, which is clearly wrong. And then it says here in Wikipedia, preterist holds that ancient Israel finds its continuation or fulfillment in the Christian church at the destruction of Jerusalem in AD 70. The term preterist comes from the Latin preter, which is a prefix denoting that something is past or beyond. So they're saying, you got this clown William Bell saying that all Revelation, all the prophetic scriptures in the Bible, they already took place. They were all fulfilled in 70 AD. So now let's come back here. Now what I did was, I'm back here in Wikipedia. And like I said, I did a word find, and it says the Family International view. It says the Family International, formerly known as the Children of God, believe the whore of Babylon refers to the United States, and they're absolutely correct. The United States of America, with founder and former leader David Berg stating in one of his writings, all mankind, hope you can see it, all mankind worships her and loves her and fucks her and has fornication and intercourse with her and bestows upon her everything they've got and all their power and all that's Babylon, including today's Babylon, America. This is what this group, the Family International or the Children of God, or the leaders say. It says that that's Babylon, all that's Babylon, including today's Babylon, America, the capitalist West and the communist East. The capitalist West is not the communist East, although the communist East was set up by capitalists. So now when you go down to the footnotes, it says 59, America, the Yahawadah. As a matter of fact, let me do this. Let me come back up here again. What was that, 59, was it? Yeah, 59, okay. I'm looking for the footnote. Okay, yeah, okay, the footnote is right where it says that's all that's Babylon, including today's Babylon, America, the capitalist West and the communist East. Footnotes 58. Hope you can see it. Let me see. Hope you can see it. There it is, right there. And, you know, it's important to, what I do a lot, I'll take a precept from the scriptures and I'll go to Google and I'll put the precept in, then I'll put commentary. You know, mostly I go to, for the most part, I'll go to the Bible Hub, and they give you these well-known people that interpret the scriptures, mainly from like colleges and organizations, and a lot of times they'll break it down the same way we break it down. But it's important to compare with these so-called Christians, which we're the real Christians. They're not even Christians. The terms that they use, you know, the theological schools or seminaries, I call them cemeteries, use, and you find out that they really don't know, they have no clue as to what the scriptures is talking about. Anyway, and you got this artwork here. You got this artwork. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom. On to the next one.